This little mascot once symbolized a $300 million company that went bankrupt in months.
What goes up? Try to get it. Try to get it. Try to get the burger. Must come down.
Fortunes of the new economy. Pets.com is closing down.
Demise of Pets.com is.
Now take a look at this graph. This wasn't the invention of internet, but the moment it exploded into everyone's hand. Billions of dollars poured into hundreds of companies, chasing a future that felt unstoppable. The technology that's going to change our lives wiped out $4 trillion from the market in the blink of an eye, or I would say, pop. 3 decades later, there's another graph with the crazy similarities, and we seems to be on another event.
Barnacles! What could be worse than a giant paint bubble?
Oh, I know. 2 giant paint bubbles.
It's been a while since we are talking about AI, but ChatGPT suddenly puts it into everyone's hand. It got into the daily lives of an average person, and it kick-started a domino effect. There are too many similarities and coincidences between these two events, and I think understanding those parallels is the key to figure out if this is going to be another explosion. Those two events, we could say, are the movements that put technology into hands of millions. And the origin of internet we know today happened in CERN, where those large hadron colliders are. And the internet was not meant to be this way. It was just a passion project for those scientists to talk to each other and chat. But its implications were huge. But there was years of research before that for computers to talk to each other. And I'm sure that the average person that time didn't hear about this. And those who paid attention started making their first website edits tools. And quite similarly, we have been researching about AI for decades, and those research and breakthroughs make it happen today. And if we have to pick something like CERN, then it will definitely be AlexNet. In 2010, there was a competition going around which is called ImageNet Large-Scale Visual Recognition Challenge. The idea was simple. Teams submit their applications which recognizes the image it was shown to. And AlexNet won and crushed the competition by novel approach to neural network and machine learning, which becomes the basis of AI. Later on, they understood it's faster and efficient to do all of these calculations in GPUs rather than CPUs. And they have done this with just 2 NVIDIA GPUs rather than rooms filled with servers and CPUs the competition were using that time. Back then, NVIDIA stock was around 35 cents per share, and this triggered the movement for NVIDIA to turn into a $1 trillion company and skyrocket their prices 400 times. So then Google acquired AlexNet, and founders worked there for a while, and then they joined another group of nerds in a non-profit organization, OpenAI. Both of those events at AlexNet and CERN are not the key because of the attention they received at that time, but they triggered hundreds of engineers and entrepreneurs began to develop applications on top of their breakthroughs. Now let's go to the moment when Netscape browser was released.
Go online at work or while working at home? Next time you're on the internet, go to the new Netscape.com.
It took around 6 years to get 100 million sign-up, and back then it's not as easy as it is now to get online. Only around 20% of US households had computers. And getting online needs hundreds of thousands of dollars to get your first computer. And on the other hand, ChatGPT took only 2 months to get 100 million users. And this becomes the fastest user adoption in the history. But with triggering user adoption, what these both movements did was triggering greed. In 1995, Netscape browser got its IPO. But before 1995, Netscape was Mosaic, and back then getting IPO was all about being profitable. But from 1993 to 1995, Mosaic was not profitable. So what happened? A non-profitable organization got its IPO. Its revenue got doubled every quarter, and they were riding high. And plans were set that they will do their IPO at $14 per share. And there was a lot of hype around this IPO. So they changed it in the last minute to $28 per share. And the gamble paid off. They closed at $58 per share that day. And Netscape was valued at $2.9 billion company. But how much of it was real worth and how much of it was speculations? In next 5 years, index got doubled with more companies doing their IPO. And one of the reasons for this growth was the amount of cash flow in the market due to US government policies around retirement funds and taxes. But that's the video for another time. But this made the amount of people who invested in the market from 25% in 80s to 50% in 90s. But the whole crux of this, in 2000, retail investment is the only option for the companies to raise money. And there wasn't another option. And that really sucks. Nowadays, we have VCs, angel investors, private investors, and the major chunk of money invested in AI right now was invested by them. But retail investors, they don't have experience, they don't study, and most of their investment was based on hype. And the hype was real. Most of the companies were not profitable, but they were tech companies. They were .com companies. So just slap .com to anything. Now let's see our other timeline. This is the release of GPT, and there is a lot of money flowing in the market because USA had printed trillions of dollars past few years. And at this point, 60% of US Americans are investing in the market, and once again, Nasdaq index had doubled. But this time there wasn't a lot of companies doing their IPO because of VCs and private investment. Then why the market is so up? Because of these 6 big companies. And they all have invested in AI, even though Apple Intelligence sucks. But still, these companies dominate the market, and Microsoft had acquired 49% of OpenAI for $13 billion. So there wasn't retail investment this time, but private investment. It's more than $350 billion. What if VC's money didn't pay off? What if it doesn't justify their profits and the cash they burn? We know GPT is struggling. With every question you ask him, it burns cash for you. And that is why they introduced their plans for India specific. And like those big 6, every other company is integrating some kind of AI into their system, which eventually help them to get more VC's money. But the question is still the same. Will this pay off?
ClickUp AI Note Taker is different.
Asana AI has joined the team.
AI Optimized has elements of both. Today, we're introducing Notion AI.
Slack AI comes in.
Introducing conversational AI with Eleven
The
Labs.
new AI-powered search engine by Artlist.
Artificial intelligence is here to stay, just like internet. It is going to change our lives. That's what I think, but it's not going to happen today. And I don't think AI has delivered to justify all of this investment and speculations. So I think market correction is soon, but it will not be like .com bubble, because bubble can be different shapes and kinds. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.